All right, we are live and we already got Sergeant Filthy McNasty in the house. I love you. We're having Sergeant Filthy McNasty on the channel. Boom, on Friday night, late in the US. Saturday morning, maybe for some of you. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna tweet this out that I'm live and share. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna pull this up. Nice. I love it. So I got the chat up. Okay, so I know I've been gone. I've been MIA. I'm a mental basket case. Oh, I just get discouraged. I have so many mental health demons. I don't know. Man, some days. I was a mess before everything happened on Terra Luna situation and all the Harmony DeFi Kingdoms FUD and all that crashed and Voyager. And I was already a mental basket case before all that. And then, so man, just some days I'll tell you, are harder than others to even get out of bed. I don't know. So anyways, okay. So, but I'm very bullish on this game, DeFi Kingdoms. AMA, I kind of talked about it a little bit. AMA on Thursday, last Thursday, they said they're, of course, right now you want to go use up all your raffle tickets. If you haven't, don't forget to do that. That's shutting down. They're also shutting down tomorrow. Don't know exactly the time. I looked on the calendar that DeFi Kingdoms has, but they're shutting down questing and level ups, all questing, training, all profession questing, gardening. But they're not shutting down Serendale. So you'll still be able to have ample time to move your heroes. But I'm going to leave them questing for now. So what should we do? I'm going to leave them questing for now until I cannot quest anymore. Then I'll move them. And because I want all the Swift Thistle I can get right now. So what are we doing with Swift Thistle? I don't know. I've been kind of assuming surely that they're going to provide a solution, right? As far as the need for Swift Thistle, for Stone Carver, and other things, for the potions. So I would think they've got to provide a solution. We're going to have like a 2-month gap here. But a lot of people like Boxside Chats, shout out to Boxside Chats, they've been buying and hoarding. They're probably a big reason why it's gone up so much. I do have some liquidity on. All right, J-Dub in the house. Yes, yeah, and Filthy McNasty. So I'm having Filthy McNasty on the show Friday night, late. Sergeant Filthy McNasty on Thursday noon Central Time, having the man himself, Thanos, on the channel. We're going to talk Diffkey bot. We're going to talk botting, Diffkey. We're going to talk security. That's the number one thing that everyone always is leery about with botting is the security about your account being potentially hacked. I don't fully understand Diffkey. I know it's like a Discord-based command structure somehow. You download software on the computer, and it's a Discord-based software. I'm excited. We're going to dig into it. Me and Thanos, he's a good guy. And I'm going to have some of the other guys. I'm hoping I would love to get Carlo on with the waifu bots that I use. And there's another one as well, the DFK helper thing. I've had Coolio on before. And his buddy Zelly that's creating that one. So anyways, can't wait to talk more on all that. That's exciting. So what should our strategy be? I'm going to continue to quest until I can't quest anymore. So I did get confirmation. I asked, yes, Sergeant Filthy McNasty, I got confirmation that we're going to be good to be able to get our heroes off of Serendale, okay, tomorrow. So they're not shutting Serendale completely down, but they are shutting down questing. I mean, pretty much everything's shut down tomorrow on Serendale. So, and I think also the rewards for the pools, all that's being shut down. What do we do? So I would be definitely selling all your one if you have any extra one token. I would be getting out of that. Like, why don't, I mean, I would just, I don't know. Without DeFi Kingdoms functioning on that blockchain, I can't imagine it's going to be good for the one token price. Also, what do we do about the Swift Thistle? Because you can sell it right now for premium. Let's check out our amazing Adventures in DFK, baby. I love it. I live on this thing still because pricing is all over the place. So we still have, we have Swift Thistle. It went up yesterday as high as 0.8, or even maybe pushing 0.9 joule per Swift Thistle. Look at this. Talk about an ARB opportunity if I've ever seen one. You can buy Swift Thistle right now. Oh, never mind. Sorry. If you want to buy Swift Thistle, which I'm going to do so right now, you want to go on to Crystalville and buy it. Don't buy it on Serendale. So right now on Crystalville, it is 0.27 joule. I mean, am I even reading that right? Swift Thistle, 0.27 joule on the trader. And I have a lot of liquidity for it. I'm going to buy some, smack some right down. You can front run me if you can beat me to it here. But it's 0.56 joule on Serendale. On Crystalville, 0.27. Now, I don't think there's a ton of liquidity for it. That might be the real issue here. Let's take a look. So if we want to buy, let's say 100. Yeah, I mean, that's still a deal. I'm going to do it. I'm buying, even though I just drove the price way up. There's not a ton of liquidity, but what I'll do just for you guys is I will put the liquidity back in to provide more liquidity. And I think I already have some on here that I was needing to provide liquidity, but I've run out of jewel and crystal so I can't wait till summoning. I can't wait till duels come back and contests. That's a big question. Maybe we should start an AMA for that. I'm going to be doing my interview with Thanopoulos right before. Hey, Travisio. I love it. Starbuck. Love it. Travisio. Starbuck. J-Dub. Sergeant Fiddly McNasty. Okay. Quest till they lock all the gates. That's what I'm doing, baby. Right there with you. Starbuck. Man, I love you guys. I love it. Always be questing. That's right. You must not let precious minutes and seconds go by without your heroes questing. Oh, yeah. So I am definitely selling all my gold. Don't send your gold from Serendale to Crystalville. You want to sell it on Serendale. It is down, but it's still more than what it is on Crystalville. So if you have gold, be sure to sell that on Serendale into Jewel. Send the Jewel to Crystalville, and if you still want the gold, buy the gold on Crystalville there, because I'm surprised even still it's not pegged. I thought it would get pegged right away last week. Man, I've been wrong about gold. So once these use cases come, it's like usually the market kind of front runs itself. Like with crypto, things are priced in ahead of time. With DeFi Kingdoms, baby, we procrastinate and we wait until the actual need for the items are there. And then we'll see it go skyrocket. I bet from this time right now and tomorrow, we're going to see gold on Crystalville. You could just buy some up. Surely we'll at least see it have parity where it is right now on Serendale. So right now on Serendale, it's 0.0008 joule, 3 zeros and an 8 joule. On Crystalville, it's 3 zeros and a 6 joule, 0.0006 joule. So, I mean, that's, what is that? A 25% discount right now on Crystalville to buy gold. Like in the Stone Carver, I think they tweeted out today. I'm assuming it's coming tomorrow. I'm hopefully assuming that gardening quests come tomorrow. And with the gardening quest, there's going to be all kinds of updates they talked about on the previous AMAs. That's exciting, baby. Okay, so let me double check. Like eggs have been all, like yesterday, eggs, like some of the eggs got down almost to 10 joule. Like not just the green eggs. Like right now, the green eggs 11.34 joule. But yesterday, some of them were down to like, they were so low. But so don't buy eggs. You want to be selling, if you want to do anything, sell your eggs right now on, except the green eggs doesn't help you much. Oh man, yeah. And the golden eggs. The golden eggs, you can send them. Green eggs, you can send them right now on as far as pricing goes. But blue and gray eggs, you can, blue and gray. You can sell those if you want on Serendale into Joule, send the Joule to Crystalville and buy them there because it's 11 Joule, 11.6 Joule for a blue egg. A gray egg is 11.0 Joule right now. Yellow egg is also 11.1 joule. And then golden eggs are 18.5 joule on Crystalville. All those are Crystalville prices. It's much cheaper on Crystalville, especially for the blue and gray egg. Same price on Crystalville for the green and yellow egg. Golden egg, there's definitely liquidity because I've got a ton of liquidity for golden eggs on Crystalville. It probably, I've noticed people are still going to the vendor and buying eggs, golden eggs, when they could have been. There's now no more liquidity for golden eggs on Serendale. But on Crystalville, man, no need to go to the vendor to buy those golden eggs. You can get them at a discount, thanks to yours truly, baby. On let's take a look at golden eggs. Egg. Okay, so one, and let's do it in joule. One golden egg is 40 joule, okay? And let's see, how much is it here on the vendor? 64 gold, 64,000 gold to buy a golden egg with the vendor. Okay, so if we go to gold, 64,500-ish. Okay, 39. Okay, it is. It's about the same price. Never mind. Same price. Just about same price to get a golden egg. But the other day, people were still going to when they could have gone and just gone to the trader and bought some golden eggs the other day and gotten like a 5-ish or maybe even as much at one point as a 10 joule discount. Okay. So what do we do? What's going to happen? Surely, okay, they're shutting down questing tomorrow on, yes, they're shutting down questing tomorrow on Serendale. All questing, leveling up. That means we're going to have, because Sergeant Filthy McNasty and some others have said it's probably the end of the year before things will go live on Serendale 2.0 on the Clayton blockchain, which I've got a few things we can talk about on that as well. That's really exciting. Okay. So, I mean, we're talking a few months or a couple months with no Swift Thistle being generated at all. What do we do? I just bought some. I wonder, how did that impact the price? The Swift Thistle, what do we do? Surely they're going to provide a solution. So I thought today, Swift Thistle would be over a joule, because yesterday it was like 0.9, 0.8, 0.9. Now it's 0.56 on Serendale, 0.56 joule for Swift Thistle. On Crystalville, it's 0.3 Jewel for Swift Thistle. And I just bought up 100 with bad slippage too. And it did bring the price up a little bit. Oh, man, it makes me want to buy some more. But it also makes me like, you don't want to be buying a whole bunch of Swift Thistle if they're going to provide an alternate solution to be, for a need for Swift Thistle. So you might get burned buying a whole bunch of Swift Thistle, and that'll piss off those guys, that bought up a bunch of it and drove the price way up. Also, how about sailfish? I definitely wouldn't be selling your sailfish. If anything, buy your sailfish, because the price is paired. So, but we can't get sailfish either. And that is needed for some potions and some stones a little bit. It's not needed for the main potions that we currently need, though. It's only needed, I think, for the agility potion. But it is needed for some of the stones. You got to have sailfish. So I haven't been selling any of my sailfish, because why sell it and get what, 50? Yeah, 50 gold for your sailfish. Why do that? The same drop rates as silverfin, which I have been selling all those items into gold and selling the gold right now on Serendale. And I would be really doing that. If you got a bunch of those items, you could save them for the pets. Okay. But look, if you want to save them for the pets, still sell them on Serendale. Okay. With Gold Bean, it's about paired. Okay. That is about paired. The price of Gold Bean between Serendale and Crystalville. But a lot of these, like Silverfin, you can get it at a discount on Crystalville. Swift Thistle is definitely a discount. I'm wondering if any of you are going on right now. That's big deal. Noonie. Okay. One thing I have written down right here, actually very top of my notes, is Noonie. So in my 10 commandments, I say every time you level up, always use a crystal. What Noonie said was, because we have seen the prices of the crystals for leveling up, we've seen those kind of go back up. So for a bit, like some of them dropped down to like half a jewel per crystal. Now we see some of them going up over a jewel, and sometimes even over 2 jewel, or even in some cases over 3 jewel. So Noonie said, I don't want to be using a crystal every time I level up. If I save that jewel, instead of using it on crystals every time I level up, I could have, if I'm saving, let's say on average, 2 jewel per level up, and it's probably more like 1.5 jewel on average, depending on like your wisdom crystals, your intelligence crystals. Some of those are a lot cheaper. We can even look at it right now. So the crystals, okay, all the lesser crystals, like the might, that's 2.2 jewel. The dex, the finesse crystal is 2 jewel. The swiftness crystal is 1.5 jewel. Wow. The vigor, vitality crystal is 3 jewel. Okay, and I'm leveling up 20 heroes a day, probably on average. I don't know. Some days it seems like it's like 40. It is 40 some days, but then other days, maybe it's just like 10. So I think I average at least 20 level ups a day. Well, if I'm saving, most all these are up over a jewel. Okay, so if I'm saving 1.5 to 2 jewel per level up, this is Noonie's argument, right? Noonie's argument. Yeah, and he's just talking about the pure questing heroes, as he calls it here. The pure questing heroes, he's not using jewel to save, because instead you could be buying, like in my case, I could buy a new hero almost every day if I wasn't using that jewel to buy crystals. So that was like, a whole new hero. But so for me, here's what I'm still doing. I'm still using a crystal every single time, because I can tell you, once PvP comes, and we're going to be talking on Fight Club, because it was amazing over the weekend. Fight Club, such a phenomenal game. Oh, it was so fun. And I can tell you, everyone's just wishing they had more stats on their heroes and more heavily leveled heroes. Okay. And so once that moment comes, you're like, man, thank God I was using crystals every time. And sometimes I even use regular crystals, like on my real jacked up PvP type awesome heroes. But that was a good argument Noonie made there. I was like, I could have almost every day, if I just didn't use my crystal, I could have a whole new hero with that amount that I'm saving on the crystals for leveling. Woo, that really made me think there. But I'm still using them, even for my common basic heroes. I'm still using them. Now, I might sometimes, where I would normally use like a strength or a vigor crystal, I might instead use like a wisdom because they're cheaper. But now they're all going up. Now that's on Cinderdale, but they're about the same price on Crystalville. Let's see if there's any ARB opportunities here for the crystals. I don't see much. They're pretty paired, actually. Okay, I thought they're pretty close. I thought they were a little bit more on Crystalville from what I've noticed, but maybe more people are moving their heroes over. Now we're going to see more Jewel being burned. So super bullish on Jewel, but maybe even in the short term, more bullish on Crystal, because we know there's a way less supply of Crystal. Like not is it just 1/4 of the supply currently at the moment. Okay, of course this is all going to change, but currently Crystal is 1/4 the supply of Jewel. Okay, but not only that, the actual available supply, I don't know. We should look. CoinGecko. I could look it up. The available supply. Hey, Ryan, good to see you, man. Hey, yeah, Swift Thistle. We did. If you start over, just listen at like 1.5x speed, baby, you'll catch up. So Swift Thistle, we don't know what the hell to do. So one thing that happens too, someone's probably knows something. So there's been heavy sell pressure on the Swift Thistle. So yesterday it went all the way up to like 0.8 or 0.9 Joule per Swift Thistle. Now it's 0.56. On Crystalville, it's 0.3. Okay, so Crystalville, buy your Swift Thistle on Crystalville. I'm going to provide more liquidity for it right now. Ooh, now it's 0.288. I mean, how can I not do that? That's crazy. Okay, Swift Thistle with my crystal. I'm going to buy some more, and I will provide the liquidity. There it is. Oh, did that? Maybe my purchase didn't go through. Swap anyway. Already did that. Ooh, it actually went up. So it was going to cost 36. Okay. Just the fact that it's dumped so hard today, it makes me wonder if someone knows something. If someone knows, because surely they've got to provide a solution for it. Who knows what's going to happen? But we're going to go a good 2 months here with no Swift Thistle like being generated into the game. Okay, so that's what makes me wonder. But if you're going to buy some, just be careful, because you might get burned. They might provide a solution in the split second. Listen to this. The split second, if they say there's a solution for Swift Thistle, like instead of Swift Thistle, you can now use whatever weird items they have on Crystalville. Instead of Swift Thistle, we can now use Nap Root, or something, or whatever. If they say that, you will instantly want to be selling all of your Swift Thistle, like right away, because there will no longer be such a need for it at that point. Okay. If they say it can like be interchanged, it's interchangeable. Okay, I bought 300 Joule worth on Swift Thistle. Gonna provide liquidity either way. I think we need more stuff going in Crystalville. Then it'll recover. Stone Carver and Contest. Yes, I cannot wait till all that stuff comes. Now, if they don't bring clarity on what's going to happen with the Swift Thistle on Thursday, like surely they've got it. They didn't even hit on it last AMA. I was like, what the heck are they doing? So I can't believe they didn't hit on that. Like, obviously everybody would be questing on Crystalville right now if we didn't have the milkweed need and the stone carver, which that's coming, I think, anytime. I'm assuming tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, Danny. Questing is since they are switching blockchains, but I don't know how long the switch will take. Okay, Joshua. So they said end of the year is the estimated time for Serendale 2.0 to go live on the Clayton blockchain. And as far as Shimmer skin, yeah, Shimmer, sell it on Serendale, buy it in Crystalville. It's cheaper, quite a bit cheaper. A lot of these items. Back to this awesome tool, Adventures in DFK. You can pay just a little bit of Jewel, boom, you can get you can have access to the paid portion of the site 7 months out, 19 months out for like $94, or $50 will give you like 7 months out, something like that. Okay. So if we look here, I'm shocked the Shimmer skin still is more of a premium. It's not that much of a premium. It's dumped hard, but it's still 0.11 Jewel or almost 0.12 Jewel versus 0.07 Jewel on Crystalville. So you can go buy it on Crystalville. No sense. You want to sell that on Serendale, buy it in Crystalville. And it's still definitely at a premium. You don't want to sell that on Serendale with the vendor. You want to sell it on the trader, the Shimmer skin. Sell it right away. Like, it's been dumping hard. I think more and more people are catching on. Thought the switch was going to take hours, not months. The switch to Serendale 2.0. So to the Clayton blockchain, according to Sergeant Filthy McNasty, which he had his sources, like it was stated somewhere that it would probably be the end of the year, like December, I think, if I remember right, Sergeant. Yeah. So Joshua, you want to send all your heroes to Crystalville to quest starting tomorrow. I'm leaving them on Serendale until the thing shuts down, just to get the Swift Thistle. Now, you might consider, you know what? And I thought about this earlier. I looked, but man, a Shimmer skin dumped. Shimmer skin is dumped. So you might as well send your fishers over to Crystalville, because yes, you still get the Shimmer skin at a little bit of a premium comparatively, but it's not going to make up for the gas fees. Definitely the foragers and of course the gardeners. You want to be questing those still on Serendale until they shut the thing down, and until we get more info on the Swift Thistle. But the reason, like, just the fact that it's dumped since yesterday, the way it has, it makes me wonder if someone knows something and they know there's going to be an alternative option. Frisky had said at the end of quarter 3 or early quarter 4 as a goal. Okay, wait, really? I thought, why did I have December in my brain? I'm sorry about that, Sergeant. Early quarter 4 is the goal. Carlo Infinity has a free tool to automatically send all heroes to Crystalville. That's right. It's the bridge tool. And Carlo's bridge tool, which you can download from his waifu bot, it's a GitHub thing, but you only want to access it through his Discord, and because that's the correct bot. That's how. You don't want to download some fake bot. In the way, I think, I haven't tried this yet. I'll do a video on this soon. If you come here, let's see, to this site, this is dfkquester.app. Okay, which is a phenomenal website, by the way. And you can connect your wallet, and it connects just like, DeFi Kingdoms does. And there's a way to bridge heroes right here. Okay, and this is Carlo's tool built into this game, I believe. That's what Carlo said. Mike Brown, Leo. Hey guys. Okay, Leo asks, what happens to my farm? Do I lose? Nope, you're not going to lose any of it, but you want to get it up. You want to get it out of there tomorrow. You'll have time, plenty of time to move it, but you don't want to wait until like they shut down Serendale, because you'll still get it in that case, but you'll just be waiting on it. So I'm leaving my pools in till tomorrow as well for the jewel, because the interest is a little better there. I wouldn't blame anyone if you just want to pull it out now. What are those APRs at? So anyways, as far as the bridge tool, this, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this out. I'm pretty sure it's the same as, so, okay, transfer heroes from Serendale. Okay, this is Carlos' tool. I'm pretty sure. Select all. You can just transfer all of them. It's awesome. Okay, pretty sure. Whoop. I love that. Okay, man, I love it. All the comments, baby. Joshua, yeah. Sergeant Filthy McNasty. Okay, so that's right. I do, now that you said that, Sergeant Filthy McNasty. Yeah, he made a statement on the general chat that the goal is end of Q3, right? Which is this, is it this month? Is that October, November, December? Yeah, so it's the end of this month or early Q4. Okay, so maybe we're just a month out or less potentially from getting Serendale 2.0. Okay, now we're probably going to find out a lot about this on this AMA. On the last AMA, they shared some good stuff. They even talked about listing Jewel now on with Binance, with Coinbase and other exchanges and other Asian exchanges. They talked about so many good things. So the crypto gaming week is at the end of last week in September in Asia, the crypto gaming, and they're going to be represented with Clayton, through Clayton kind of, and which is saving the money. Otherwise they would have all just gone and set up a booth there. But Clayton and maybe somebody from DeFi Kingdoms will be there. And so DeFi Kingdoms will be represented at the biggest premier gaming week in, I think, Singapore, and or maybe South Korea, or maybe both. And we know that's kind of the target there. That's big news. Okay. So they also talked about profession level 10 questing coming. So Hubert, baby, got on there talking about pets, talking about profession 10 level questing. Maybe that's coming. First, we just need gardening, and there's going to be a lot of changes with the questing, with the gardening. That sounded really cool too, but that was 2 AMAs ago. Stone Carver's coming, like I'm assuming tomorrow. Hopefully, and I'm also hopefully assuming the gardening is too, but not totally sure. Maybe there's a delay. Maybe we'll have to have our gardeners questing on Training Quest, but I think that's coming like real soon. Okay, Leo. Or Danny, Mike, I love it. So as far as the pools, that I'm so all over the place. My brain is crazy. So the pools, you'll have plenty of time to pull them out, but I'm pretty sure the rewards stop tomorrow. Pretty sure on that. We'll see. But you'll have plenty of time to move it off, but you'll want to make sure you move it off. If you make them move it off for you, they'll just transfer it over to Crystalville for you essentially. And you want to do that before they do, because they said there'll be a delay. Like you'll be waiting on them to do that, and your funds will be stuck until they do that. Okay, wait, no, Mike. So at the beginning of the video, Mike Brown, shout out. Good to see you. I'm not sending all my items to Crystalville. So this tool right here, Adventures in DFK, you want to be selling your gold. Don't send your gold, because your gold, you get more jewel for it than on Serendale than you do on Crystalville. Your Swift Thistle, you either want to sell that on Serendale, or if you send it to Crystalville, it's worth about half as much on Crystalville. Now that might change like that tomorrow. Who knows? Shimmer Skin, you definitely want to sell that on Serendale. Sailfish, I wouldn't sell it at all. But that's paired pretty much. What else? Red Gill is paired. No, red gill is a slightly better. You just want to sell that on the vendor for gold, right? Same with sailfish. Like if you want to sell your sailfish, sell them to gold and then sell the gold because it's at a better. You're getting more jewel for your gold on Serendale than you are in Christoville, big time. So you want to be buying a lot of these items on Christoville if you want to hold them, selling them on Serendale. So pretty much all the items, outside of maybe milkweed. So milkweed is actually, you can sell your milkweed. There's a little arb opportunity there. You could, not much, but you want to sell your milkweed on Christoville because that's actually more expensive on Christoville than Serendale, just slightly though. Everything else like darkweed, man, buy that on Christoville, sell it on Serendale. You can sell it right on the trader. You get slightly more to sell your darkweed on the trader. Definitely your spider fruit, if you're going to sell that, you want to be selling those on the trader, but that's paired between the two kingdoms, 1-to-1. They're the same price. Same with your blue stem. If you want to sell that, you're better just to sell that with a vendor. I haven't been selling any of those garden items just yet. I've been actually holding them a little bit if I need the gas or whatever, if I need a little jewel for something. Iron scale, you want to be selling that right this split second. It still doesn't, it blows my mind. Iron scale is sell that on the trader. You want to, on Serendale, sell that on the trader. Do not send your iron scale for sure. It's half, not quite half, less than half, but it's, almost half price on Christoville to sell it there. And the gold is not worth as much either, but you want to be selling it with the trader, not with a vendor. The iron scale. Same with the rock root. I don't know why, but the rock root is at a premium right now in Serendale. Christoville, it's like a 50% discount on Christoville. So you want to buy it on Christoville, you want to sell it on Serendale with the trader. The rock root, the iron scale, the shimmer skin, the swift thistle, pretty much everything you want to sell on Serendale, unless you just want to hold the items. But even if you want to hold the items, just think about it. If you have a whole bunch and, okay, let's say you had a whole bunch of red gill, for example, and red gill is paired, same price. So if you send the red gill to Christoville, okay, yeah, it's the same price, but you might as well sell the red gill into gold, sell the gold. Now, right now, as I speak, gold, no, never mind. I thought gold was dumping. Okay. You want to sell the red gill with the vendor for gold, then sell the gold on Serendale into jewel, then send the jewel over to Christoville. And if you still want the red gill, you can buy the red gill on Christoville at a huge discount. Okay. And actually, you just want to quest for it. Pretty much all the items except amber taffy, blue stem, red gill. Yeah, red gill. You just buy that. Buy that. And if you're questing it and getting those items on Christoville, you definitely don't want to be selling any of those items on the vendor. I don't think. Because all those items except amber taffy, everything else you want to sell with the trader. I guess actually darkweed, you're not getting much. Okay. Lantern eye, you're not getting much. Rock root, man, you just want to sell that in Serendale. It is, and buy it on Christoville. Hold it there. If you have rock root, you can sell that with the vendor on Christoville. If you have lantern eye, you can sell that on the vendor and on either Serendale or Christoville. But on Rockroot and Serendale, you want to sell that on the trader, not the vendor, on the trader. Okay. So, okay, Danny, Grady. I also thought that somebody might know something due to dump, but wouldn't it dump in Serendale also if that was the case? Still very odd. Yeah. So, but it did dump in Serendale. Swift Thistle dumped. Yesterday, Swift Thistle almost hit 1 joule. Like it was 0.9 joule, something like that, yesterday in Serendale. There's not as much liquidity in Christoville, so it could have just been someone dumping more than they realized they should have. But even still, so it's gone from like 0.8, like 0.9 or 0.8 joule Swift Thistle down to 0.55. So it dumped pretty hard also on, and it could just be their liquidity might be drying up. So that's one concern with even your pools. Like if you have a whole lot of money in pools, like with your Jewel and Avalanche, Jewel Phantom, Jewel 1, I'd be dumping the 1 for sure. If liquidity dries up and there's not liquidity in the bridge, which the Synapse bridge should be good for your Avalanche almost for sure. But sending into Serendale, it dried up going in. The Avalanche did. Like, that was weird. So I'm sure you'll be fine liquidity wise. You'll be fine. But that is one thing. You could just get it out of there. And that way you're safe as far as liquidity for the trading pairs. You always want to have liquidity. I think you'll be fine unless you have like a whole bunch. If you've got a lot of money in those pools, I just get it off now. Don't take your chances and get 1 day of interest. Send it over to Crystalville. Okay, we got Leo. Bro, I am forced to farm crystal now. Oh, yes, we are. We're forced to farm crystal now, my man. I know. But hey, so in the short term, I'm very bullish on crystal because it's 1/4 the supply of the total supply. But not only of that, currently at the moment, 1/4 the supply. But it's actually, I don't know, like 1/8, 1/10 of the supply as far as circulating supply of crystal. So now everyone's going to need crystal to play the game, to level. Now, with the stone carver, just not with the stone carver, if all these different things, duels, to actually play the game, to summon, everyone's moving all their heroes. Now, all of a sudden, there's going to be a need for crystal, right? So I would consider, in the short term, I'm super bullish on Jewel though. Like, so that doesn't mean sell your Jewel into crystal. That's not what I'm saying. You might want to do a little bit if you have no crystal, because you're going to need the crystal to play the game, to level, to summon, all the stuff coming. And there's a big shortage of crystal. Okay, so that's something to consider. Also, more Jewel will be being burned. And whenever this tokenomics change goes into place, nothing's going to change immediately for crystal. Nothing's going to change in the immediate term. That change is only going to affect us next year, I think, right? So yes, the locked Jewel is being moved into, half of that is being moved into locked crystal, but that's locked. So we might over time see a little bit from mining and stuff, a little bit more being released, but no worries. I wouldn't think as far as crystal goes, there's still going to be a shortage of supply, especially compared to Jewel. Of the current circulating supply, we need to look at that. But crystal is not, it's probably 1/6, 1/7, 1/8 of the circulating supply of crystal compared to Jewel. Everyone's going to need the crystal. Okay. So just like we just saw it pump, okay, that's because we saw the first pump happen when everyone started moving heroes over to quests. Like when mining went live and the fees went crazy with one, we saw everyone sending their heroes, not everyone, but a lot of people are sending their heroes to Crystalville. What do we see? The value of crystal went up. So, that was partly due to people being concerned about Serendale and what they were going to do, but it was also due to just a shortage of crystal, okay, an actual need for it. But then once it went way too out of whack between Jewel, that's when I was saying, don't keep buying the crystal. You want to sell that into Jewel. Okay, so I'm bullish, very bullish on crystal right now, and it's down today. So 17 cents, baby. I could see that coming right up to where Jewel is right now. Now more Jewel is going to be burned every day, which, they're going to be having like 5-6 million transactions per day instead of 1 million. I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. Like I think right now they're having something like 1.5 million transactions per day. I bet that goes up to 3 or 4 or 5 million per day, because still, I think most people, there's tons of people definitely questing on Crystalville, but I think more people are still questing on Serendale. Because of the Swift, I mean, it just makes sense because of the Swift Thistle. And it was the case with Shimmer Skin, but Shimmer Skin has come down. And you could send your fishers now. I'll probably send my fishers over today. Like after this video, I'll just send over my fishers because the Shimmer Skin isn't too much more of a premium compared to Crystalville, but it is still definitely a premium. So if you have Shimmer Skin on Serendale, sell it there. Don't send it to Crystalville. Okay. Danny, I'm catching up on all these chats. I love it. Grady, I also thought that somebody might know, okay, something due to the dump. But why wouldn't it dump on Serendale? It did dump on Serendale big time as well. Just looks like it dumped harder on Crystalville, but that's probably due to liquidity, I'm guessing. There's not tons of liquidity at all on Crystalville. Leo, bro, yes, you are forced. Or will they add Jewel? No, I don't think we're no longer will we be getting Jewel for rewards. That's the tokenomics change. Jewel will soon become deflationary. And the cool thing is in the short term, Crystal won't be that inflationary. So down the road, yes, Crystal will be more inflationary. But not in the short term. It's not going to affect, Crystal's not going to be that much more inflationary in the short term. But in the long term, yes, they're like doubling the supply, essentially, I think. Okay. iOS code. What's up, baby? I think it's useful to think of this as a migration from Harmony Serendale to Crystalville now. Exactly. Yes. With a new expansion on Clayton coming later. That's exactly right. And that's even how we should best think of Jewel. Okay. Jewel is essentially being replaced. And by Crystal, half of it by Crystal and half of it by the new Clay in-game token that's coming on the Clayton blockchain. So essentially Jewel is being replaced. And now Jewel is the gas fee, the governance token. So I think it'll still be a gas fees, not for sure yet. Do we know that on Clayton? But I think Jewel will be the gas fees on Clayton. We already know it's the gas fees on Crystalville. So I just look at this. I thought the tokenomics change was brilliant, especially for Jewel, super brilliant. And essentially Jewel's now being replaced because we had this big problem with all the Jewel unlocking that was coming. Problem solved, baby. And it's now more uniform. Now institutional investors, it can be listed on things like Coinbase. It can be listed on things like Binance. Super bullish. When that happens, look out, people. Jewel's going to blast off to the moon. Someday, 5 to 10 years down the road, if this game succeeds and it's going awesome and it's kicking ass and it's fun to play, like Fight Club, which I'll hit on here in a minute. Fight Club is so fun. Okay, if the game succeeds, we could see $100 Jewel easy. No problema. We could see $1,000 Jewel 5 to 10 years from now, or even more. Okay, when you look at the tokenomics and if this, look at, we have a $10 billion Dogecoin, right? As far as market cap goes. Here, let's come here. Okay, let's just look at this. So the circulating supply, is 111 million Jewel currently. Okay, let's look at Crystal. Or actually DeFi, Kingdoms Crystal. So 111 million. We don't know but I can tell you the circulating supply of Crystal is, I don't know. Is it even like 20 million? Is it even 10 million? We're talking like 1/10 the supply of available circulating supply of current Crystal, which won't change in the short term very much. Super bullish on Crystal, super bullish on Jewel. So like when we look at the total market cap here and you look at something like Dogecoin, okay? Doge has a market cap. Wow. Oh no, that's the volume. Okay. So the market cap of Doge, I was like, man, has the market hit that hard? Market cap of Doge is $8 billion. 8 billion with a B. The market cap of Jewel, okay, the market cap of Jewel, 25 million. $25 million. And that's up. It was below 20 million. Like, okay, 25 million versus Dogecoin having a market cap of 8 billion. Okay. And like with very little use case for Dogecoin outside of like, it is kind of a cool coin to own, like an Elon Musk pumps it, and it might become like utility. Like you can go to a Mavericks game with Dogecoin. You can, that's about it though. And even their own founders, that they developed that in one day, Dogecoin, and abandoned the project. Okay, and it's $8 billion market cap compared to a project that is just developing, hard at work, right? And all these partnerships happening. Okay, it's beautiful. All right. Leo Bolin replied to me, Jewel will no longer be minted. Correct. It'll be deflationary, $125 million cap. And that's only going to decrease very slowly over time. Okay. Now, it'll be interesting to see now, once all the transactions are happening on Crystalville, how many transactions per day? I'm guessing 5 to 6 million transactions per day. It might just be 3 or 4 million transactions per day, but at least 3 million per day is coming, baby. And they'll believe it. Here in a couple days, we're going to hear all about it. Avalanche and, millions and millions of transactions per day. That'll be so fun. Okay. So Jewel will no longer be minted. So it will be Crystal. Right. You will be able to get Jewel from the gardening quest. If you send 2 gardeners in the same pool, the first will get Crystal. Correct. And I'm not exactly sure how that's going to shake out, but we'll be able to, and I think we'll be able to assign different gardeners to different, I don't fully understand that yet, but it's also changes happening just to questing in general to make it easier to quest in general. That's cool for those that don't have bots and stuff. Okay. Joshua, having Jewel on more exchanges would be huge, right? So just imagine if Jewel goes on Binance, Binance.us, and Coinbase. Like they already kind of they've already spoken to Coinbase before. So just imagine. So if Crystal gets to just a $1 billion market cap, which I think it's been there, right? I mean, we'll see it blow right on past all-time highs because of the circulating supply will just be continually decreasing over time. In the short term, I would say Crystal, though, is a win, a big win as well. Okay. Sergeant Filthy McNasty, could they release Serendale 2.0 that week? What week? Which week? Which week? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when the tokenomics changes actually go into effect and how that's actually going to look and shake out. iOS code, that would be wild. Yeah, baby. Joshua, will Profession level 10 quests have better drop rates or completely different item rewards? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's think about that. It'll definitely have better drop rates and better XP, and you'll be able to use pets now for questing. That will, and so we'll be able to level up faster. That'll be big. And I'm assuming they're not going to be adding more items on top of what they already have on both realms, except they will for gardening. I'm assuming something might be replaced for gardening like it has for fishing and foraging, right? I'm guessing. And then so what will they do with the missing item? Watch us all of a sudden need blue stem, or something, and blue stem just skyrockets. You never know. That's why I'm not selling any of my gardening items until we get more detail on that. Okay. George, I know there are training quests, but that doesn't get you the items. Correct. Yeah. For the time being, or you can do fishing, foraging, and mining. Yeah. So with the gardeners, we're going to have to send them on training quests, but I think any day, maybe tomorrow, we're going to have gardening on Crystalville, baby. That'll be awesome. ISO code, pretty sure they're going to turn on gardening at Crystalville at the exact time they turn off quests in Serendale. That would make sense. I haven't confirmed that yet. What is pretty confirmed, I think, tomorrow is the Stone Carver is going to be opening up on Crystalville tomorrow. They didn't say that, but they basically said that. Okay. Today on Twitter, they said it's coming soon. The stone carver. Okay. But I'm assuming also the gardening quest as well. Like, let's assume that. But if not, we might be stuck having to send our gardeners on the training quest for however long. But I think it's coming tomorrow or this week. From everything they said in their AMAs, yes, it's implied. Yeah, that would be great. Noonie, baby, and George. It's so funny now. Every time I do video, I have all the people in the comments saying, "I am Grady. We're all Grady, baby." George's name made me think of that. Noonie, ISO code. They won't cancel gardening in Serendale until Christabel Gardening is live. Okay, you're the second person that said that, Noonie. Did they actually say that? I don't think they actually said that, did they? How much overlap do you think there will be? I don't know if we've had confirmation yet. Yes, George. Oh, I love it. Won't mining need items like ore or for when we craft weapons and armor for our heroes? Maybe, but I was assuming for crafting items, that was just going to come out of the current existing items from foraging and different things. But hey, that's a good AMA question. Yeah, Bolin said in general chat yesterday, Noonie, thank you. I love this. Bolin said in general chat yesterday when I was asking him. So there it is. And Noonie is like money when it comes to as a source. I want to have Noonie on the channel. I want to have lots of guys. We can have more guys on the channel. If you ever want to get on the channel and we can talk things out, we can argue things. We can argue PvP. We can all kinds of, I'm going to hit on Fight Club right now. All kinds of ideas flying out there for the Fight Club guy. From what he said, they've creased out most of the bugs and are close. So Noonie says they're close. Love it. Okay. Also, yeah, we've got Sergeant Filthy McNasty coming on late Friday night. We've got Thanos, baby, Thanopolis coming on Thursday. We're going to talk Diffkey bots. So in profession level 10 questing and pet use with those questing, I think is also coming relatively soon. So I think these updates that they've done for the gardening have also been part of their work towards profession 10 questing. Was kind of what they seem to allude to. Okay, Danny, the DFK economy is so complex. That's right. I absolutely love it. Yes, me too, man. That's why you got to make sure you get onto Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms, create an account, and do their little paid service, which isn't that much. And following all these things, it's so much to keep up with. But every once in a while, you might like, ooh, look at this Red Gill ARB opportunity right now that just popped up. You can buy Red Gill in Serendale, just boom, and then go sell it on the vendor. Just buy it at the trader, sell it on the vendor. Not a huge ARB opportunity, but that's more than I've seen in a while, 6%. Now it's 5.83%. And Silverfin is 4.68%. Anyways, all those economic things are so fun. Yes. Oh, I want Carlo on this channel. Waifu, baby. I think he's so busy. He works a full 9-to-5 job in Singapore, and his life's crazy. And he is like, now with the waifu bots, by the way, okay, it's got the auto leveling, which I was going to set up today. So sometimes I give it a day if there's any bugs. I haven't heard of any bugs on the waifu bots. Now it auto levels our heroes, baby. Carlo. Shout out to Carlo. Okay. Can't wait to have Carlo on. Danny, I love it. Do you think it's better to provide liquidity for items on Christabel that have the lowest liquidity, killer fees? Yes. Or the most volume? Both. All the items on Christabel right now, your money providing liquidity. It's awesome. So, man, so fun. And I have a lot of it supplied with gold, which it's still good, but it's not as good. It's not quite as sexy. But maybe it's because my pools aren't big enough or something. So there's not as much volume with the gold pairing. So that's something you got to consider. Do you pair it with jewel? Do you pair it with crystal? And as far as your game plan goes, also stamina vials, man, probably a good thing to provide liquidity for, because there's going to be buying pressure on that. You can buy right now the stamina vials, but you're actually better to. So the stamina vials right now on Crystalville, that's a nice art of opportunity. You could, or you just want to buy them right now at the trader on Crystalville. 2.3 jewel, baby. It's cheaper. 2.7 jewel on Serendale. The stamina vials on Crystalville, 2.3 jewel. And earlier, I also bought up on Crystalville. I bought up some of the potions, like the health vial, the mana vial, because that's in this part here. You go to market data, and then you click alchemy receipts. So to craft the health vial on Serendale costs 0.33 jewel. To craft the health vial on Crystalville costs 0.25 jewel. But to buy it, it costs 0.25 or 0.26 jewel. Earlier, it was like 0.22, and I bought some mana vials. It's 0.25 there. But to craft, it was 0.22 as well. But to craft is 0.29. On Crystalville, though, you can craft it for 0.23. So, like with your stamina vials, especially. So I did this a week or two ago. I sent a bunch of items over to Crystalville, and I had all the gold there. And I got a bunch of stamina vials, and you can use this tool and see with each and every item when it's best to buy which items where. So in general, for most of the items, you're better off buying on Crystalville, except milkweed and spider fruit. You can actually buy those on Serendale. It's a tiny bit cheaper, about the same price though. And you saw this here. Look at all these stamina. I did 52 stamina vials, baby. 52 of those bad boys, like a week or two ago. And I think you're good to provide liquidity on anything and everything in Crystalville. And the fees are great. I mean, they're phenomenal. When there's lots of activity with the fees. So, or lots of volume, I mean. Okay. Do you think it's better to provide? Yeah. Ryan. Okay. Danny, I'm trying to convince him to get us some alpha from the Clayton Foundation in Singapore. Yes. Who are you trying to convince? Danny, who are you talking to? Give us some more alpha there. Who are you trying to, are you actually in conversation like with Frisky Fox or something? I'd love to hear more about that. Zelf, baby. I love Zelf. I know, right? Auto level is awesome. Same with item transfer. Yes, the auto leveling now on the waifu bots. Cannot wait to get that set up. I haven't set it up yet, though. Personally, I think it would be silly if you crafted weapons from shimmer skin and ragweed. They need to introduce new item drops from mining. Okay, Joshua's like, really? I love it. Okay, I love it, buddy. Yes. Okay, Ryan, add Joshua. Yeah, but you could craft cloth or leather items, possibly from foraging or fishing. Yeah. Yeah, Carlos in Singapore. Isn't that what I said, Danny? I thought I said Carlos in Singapore. I love it. Busy dude. Works in a 9 to 5. He's his own man. He's doing his own bot, and it's just like he's got to be working 12-hour days easy. Joshua, yeah, those are good ideas. Hope they do that. Ryan, cooking could be a sub-profession. Feed pets or food buff for heroes. Ooh, I like it. Okay, I love this. Now, Okay, so the market's kind of crashed today. I know. So I've had a few people comment, like, obviously the sentiment is way down. We're in a bear market. So bear markets are brutal just for your mental health. And when I say my mental health is not at a good place, actually, it's at a really bad place. I should be on here doing more videos, but I get in such a funk. It's dark. Like, I was in a really dark place even before all this crap happened with Luna and everything. Now, so just even doing my first video, I was like in bed for 3 months straight. Anyways, so bear markets are brutal. I've already been through one and lost all my money, and it was brutal. But fortunately, thank God, now it doesn't even matter because it's all gone anyways from the Terra Luna, stuff and everything else. But I stuck with it and made $1 million, made $2 million. Okay, just by sticking with dollar cost averaging, little bits, and now all that's gone. When I say I've lost $2 million, if I were to count the value from its all-time high, I've easily lost over $3 million. The value of crypto, like if we're looking at the highs from like December or November, Thanksgiving, I remember looking at my portfolio and was like, man, wow, it was up over 2 million. And then I sold my business for another $1 million, and now all that's gone. So when I say I've lost $2 million between all those things, that's just been crazy. But I was just I've been in such a crazy, my life has been so crazy. That's a long, long story. And so, man, I've been a mess. But, and I know a bear market just compounds that, right? So it's so hard to push through and make it. But in one sense, like, I'm kind of glad it's still down right now because we have an opportunity to buy still. Because there's no question in my mind that this game, as long as it succeeds, there's not some black swan event, there's not some crazy thing that happens, it's looking like it's going to succeed. And we're going to be glad when Jewel hits $1, then $10, then $20, then $100, then $500. That back when it was 20 cents, 22 cents, and Crystal, when it gets back up to $20 someday, we bought that at 17 cents. We'll be glad, man. So look at the bear market. If you can change your psychology, bear markets are hard. You can change your psychology to actually get excited when it drops. Okay, and that's like a mental discipline that you have to do to get excited when it drops so you can buy more, and then get bummed out when it goes up because now you have to sell and you didn't buy enough. So that's what I did, and it worked. It really works. So every time it spikes, I actually get into a mental funk when prices of things are surging, unless I just bought a whole bunch of it and then it's surging. Usually it's like, I missed it. And who knows? So it might spike and go up and it never comes back. Or it might spike and go up, fake you out, and then dive back down even lower. Like, that's just crypto. It's manipulated. As I've talked about in previous videos, crypto's manipulated and controlled by the powers that be. We can't get out of it. We can't get away from it. It just is what it is. But all we can really do is ride their coattails. It will go up in time. It's going to go up. As long as there's not a black swan event, which, who knows? Anything could happen. The Synapse bridge could get hacked. That would just be absolutely devastating. Oh, man. If Synapse got hacked, I don't know what the hell would happen then. I mean, the whole project could die. That could be the final straw. Like, so we're also relying on people that have been through a lot. You know, people can only take so much hell, and they've been through tons of hell, and they've only proven to be more and more resilient through it, but there's still only so much people can take. Okay. So hang in there, dollar cost average, little bits. Now's the time to be buying, not selling. You know, it could go down lower. Yes. Could Bitcoin go down to $10,000 or something? Yes, it could. There's a lot of people saying that could happen. Like, we could be in a terrible recession, the dollar, all the money being printed all over the world. Europe's a mess. Everywhere is a mess. Except like El Salvador or hello. Is it El Salvador? The Bitcoin? That's El Salvador, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, brain. It's El Salvador that now has Bitcoin as legal tender. Okay. I've been to El Salvador and all kinds of. Okay. Yes, it's good to see you too. Raptor, baby, riding Raptor in the house. Bro, your first video back hit me deep, LOL, but I could feel your pain. I know, man. It's like I get in these mental funks where I get discouraged, even with the YouTube channel, and it's like I don't even want to get out of bed. Even though I'm real, like, all the love that I get from all my YouTube videos has been awesome. I don't know why I would even get discouraged from that, because it's gone well. I've just started doing videos for about a little over a month now. 5 weeks I've been doing videos. Like, I just started and it's been going well, but man, I'm just, my brain is a dark place at times, of just depression, hardcore. Okay. So I wanted to reach out to you in case you and a lot of us were hit hard with all the recent mess. So here we are, bro. We love you. I love it. Man, I love you guys. I know, like, every single day, I love it. Brian, thanks, man. Every single day I've been meaning to do videos, like Sunday or Saturday. Like, I have done videos. Like, I was on Adventures in Defi Kingdoms. Like, I was there on Sunday night, and I was on somebody's channel on Saturday. Maybe we did the Fight Club tournament. It was so fun. Maybe I did a video on Saturday, actually, but I was going to do another one, I think, Saturday night. And then now it's Tuesday. I almost didn't even do it today, man. I was just, golly, getting out of the house. I don't know what my brain, it would be way too insane to even try to explain it. Just my life and flashbacks, all kinds of crazy, my whole life. I used to be a hardcore street preacher guy, like Christian street preacher guy, and was hardcore, dude, for like decades. So since high school, I became this like real super hardcore missionary in India and Africa. Even this past year, this year, no, a year ago right now, and a year ago next month, or in 2 months, I was helping. Basically, I was running an orphanage in Africa, and all kinds of stuff. So then I went through this crazy season when I went through divorce with my ex-wife, where I was just like, F you, God, and was just nuts. Like, I was a total womanizer and all over the place. And then I actually kind of came back and got baptized again. My cousin, who was like my brother, he was a business partner. And then, I don't know, something just felt off, and something's just felt off with everything. And I got kind of engaged to a gal, and just the whole story is so crazy. And so even the way kind of the sale of the business went down with my cousin, who was like my brother, I don't know. It's okay. Everything was good. Everything's still good, way good. But it just, a lot of things weirded me out, and then relationships with friends even, and man, and so I was like already a mess, and then all this stuff happened, and I just sold my business, and then boom, all the money's gone, man. And also, so like what I used to have so many girls here, I'd have multiple girls here all the time, and so I was always like this with my daughter, and then I broke up with one of my girlfriends at the time, and my daughter was really close with her. Well, like I haven't hardly seen her since, and so that's been weird. And she was about to be a Disney actress, okay, and was like there. She was there. She was full blown there, and crazy. And her mom shut that down, and it like devastated her. And we went through court twice about it for like years, and it just, the whole thing died. And so, but we were like two peas in a pod, and all kinds of other things happen. And man, and then now, like I haven't hardly seen her for 2 years, but she's starting to come around again. So she came around over the weekend. It was like, whoa, just out of the blue. We hung out, it was good, but it's just been like memories. And so there's a tiny bit about my life, but hey, there was football. I almost started a fantasy football website back in 2016. So and that's one thing, is that the gurus of fantasy football, they're all like geek out stat guys, right? And it's very much crosses into how this game functions, especially Fight Club. So Fight Club tournament was phenomenal over the weekend. We also had, and so if you haven't seen my Fight Club videos, it's this game is for real. It's like, it's so in depth and insane with the insane. It's more insane than chess. Like mastering that game is like mastering chess as far as like, and even harder in some cases, like as far as strategy goes. It's so fun. And so we're going to be doing more tournaments. Shout out to Bogside Chats, baby. So they put on this tournament, is awesome. And I'm going to donate like one or maybe even two Gen Zero babies of any of their choice, and raffles. Like Sergeant Philly McNasty won the raffles, baby. Yeah, wild ride. And we've just still scratched the surface. So many different things. I was really involved in also like, so all the Africa stuff was crazy too. And that kind of played into how things were crazy with the business sale. And then also I have an extensive past in trying to fight against human sex trafficking, and got way deep into that. And that's really crazy as well. And so I was like really deep into that. Don't want to talk any more about that. Can't really, but all kinds of stuff. My past and my memories. But yeah, so football brings back crazy memories too. And I almost started a fantasy football website. I could definitely do a fantasy football YouTube channel, like I always thought I would. I could do that right now. Like all the knowledge in my brain. And it's just, there's so many fantasy football YouTubers. I don't know. What's interesting though about that, if we could tap in with DeFi Kingdoms, somehow tap into all your fantasy football community that are all the crazy geek out stat guys, okay, they would be really drawn to this game in the off season. And those are the same type of guys, man. Because we need new people, new adoption into this game. Yeah, I haven't even done my beginner series videos. Things are changing. It's probably okay that I paused, but I'm just like, it's crazy. So I would have thought by now I would have been almost done with my beginner series, but with all the changes, it's probably good. Good. Don't be so hard on yourself, Grady. So I'll just like, and then I downward spiral into these crazy headspaces. It's like, and also like my will to be alive. It's like my spirit died after I had sold my business, and all the things kind of got weird with Africa, although it was like really amazing what happened there. like helped to transform this orphanage and school and weed out a lot of the corruption. There's so much corruption there. It's anytime you hear African orphanage, it's probably almost for sure a scam. Like almost for sure, they're all scams, all of them. And they're drug cartels and human sex trafficking rings. So that's what anything that you're actually going to hear about is probably a scam. And even the good ones, even the best out there are like so many issues that you would get freaked out if you're sending money there. Like even the best ones in Africa, like you're lucky if you're lucky just to have a director who's not raping the girls. Like, so that's the bar. Okay, essentially is to have a director that doesn't rape girls. That, and then like you're golden if that's the case, or not necessarily rape them, but they all want, so it's like, it's not only on the director, it's like the girls want to have their babies essentially, because and so like most orphanages might consist of mostly babies from the director. It's just crazy. Okay, I don't even know why I'm talking about all this. I'm donating Gen Zero babies. Yes, maybe 2. So of your choice of my Gen Zeros. So of my Gen Zero pairings, which include a pure breed archer miner and a pure breed thief gardener, with like a 50% chance for the Dark Knight to be a miner, a 22% chance for that to be a Dark Knight, with a 50% chance that he'd be a Dark Knight miner, and then like a 38% chance to be a gardener, and like a 12% chance to be a forager, 0% chance to be a fisher, baby. It's like perfect Gen Zero pairing. And then I also, those are both rare Gen Zeros. Then I also have 2 Gen Zero pairs where one of them is a mythic and one of them is a legendary. So I'll probably donate 2 of the choice of the winner. So there's also raffles, just for people who might not have good heroes, and might not be great at the game, but still want to get in. Like Sergeant Philly McNasty, I think got knocked out in the first round, but he still won. He won a Gen Zero baby, or a Gen Zero baby. It was like getting second place, I think. Like Sergeant Philly McNasty, essentially, it was like getting second place in the drawing. But then the second place guy, I think, got the next pick, and then the third place guy got the 4th, which I was surprised. The legendary pet, I would have taken that. I would have gone for the legendary pet instead of the Gen Zero baby, but I can see either way. So you make your pick, and then the summon happens after the fact. And I think Sergeant Philly McNasty actually got a paladin out of it too, a common paladin. That was so cool to hear. I love it. Don't talk out of doing something you enjoy just because a lot of people already do it. Yeah, hey, good point. People like to watch multiple channels. I love it. Of the same type. Yes, and I mean, I do. For example, I watch many YouTubers on DFK, baby. Same here. Oh yeah, Africa, and I still barely scratch the surface of Africa, how corrupt everything, like money, and same with crypto. Like money is the root of all evil. Like it's crazy how it's all about money everywhere. Everything is always all about money. And it's like money will get people to do anything. It's like there's no backbone, there's no conviction, and I'm not even saying this religiously at all, because I don't even know where I'm at with that. I'm just saying, like, even with a lot of the YouTubers and guys that I've watched for years that I like, and then I've seen how they've evolved, and it's just a business. It's not a passion to do what they're doing for a lot of them. It's just a business. And then you can't trust them because they're just going to do what's best financially. So they're not necessarily going to give you the best advice necessarily. They're not necessarily, it's just all about making money. And it's all about stirring your emotions and having your emotions stirred either up or down. A lot of it right now is down. And it's just literally looking at the 5 minutes in front of your face, trying to make a quick buck and not thinking long term, which is a key recipe for being very, at best, mediocre in life. As far as the upside, to where if you're just honest and authentic and gain people's trust, even at the expense of the dollar, okay, in the long term, that's where you get people like CZ with Binance, or that's where you can get that type of upside when you have people that can fully trust you. I mean, it's like people don't get it. You follow the golden rule. You look out for the best interests of others over your own best interests, and that's the key to success in business. Okay, I'm all over the place. I love it. Sergeant Filthy Big Nasty. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. I feel like the Gen Zero is stable asset for now. Yes. Okay, so the Brown Gent gave me a shout out. Let's look at how many Gen Zeros are even available for sale. Okay, let's go to the tavern here. This is DFK Quester. And let's see. Gen. Man, this developer is an absolute freaking beast. Okay, Gen Zeros. This is Crystalville and Sarandale. Oh, 68? Okay, it got down to like 40 available for sale. Wild. Okay, 68 available across both realms right now. But it got down close to 40. Wow. So what's the floor of those right now? The floor of Gen Zeros. Wow, 10,900 Joule. Okay, that's $2,500. That's a pretty good buy. It's a pirate. Then you got a thief at about the same price, 1,500 crystal. And that's a thief gardener. Then a seer fisher. That's a good one. A seer fisher for 15,000 crystal. Berserker forager for 15,000 crystal. There's a seer berserker combo. That's interesting. Would Cardano even be able to help in Africa with all that corruption? Yes. So that could help potentially solve a lot of what can Cardano do any more than anyone else can do? So anything that Cardano can do, anything else can do. So the point is just to have an actual working product. It's so vague. Like, so Charles Hoskinson will get on and just wax eloquent about all these grandiose things that he's doing in Africa and this, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, but what does that actually look like? So okay, they'll download the wallet, like they'll have a Yuri wallet or what's their other Yuri. And there's been so many different wallets that actually haven't worked out very well as well with Cardano, because the development is hard and slow. It's like, man, all kinds of concerns about Cardano. Hopefully the up and coming update, actually it better work. I mean, because it'll be bad if it doesn't. I still hold like a lot of I haven't sold for, I don't know, 6 or 8 months any Cardano. I still hold a lot of what I had. And I had a lot on Voyager too, actually. It was weird. I was kind of trading a little bit. So it's like, okay, Charles, like I'll listen to his videos and I can't hardly even do it anymore. I did it for years. I can't even, it's like makes me cringe to even listen to him because I'm just so tired of it. He's just nonstop with all the the vision and stuff, and it's like I don't see it happening. So, and I don't even know how, like, what's actually going to happen? Okay, so they have a cell phone, they get a wallet. Okay, well, Solana's already coming out with a cell phone, and they've got a wallet. Okay, they can do the same. They can already like do it. And I know they're still in beta, and they have all kinds of problems too. So, like, what exactly are you going to do in Africa? I don't know. So, but yes, I think crypto could help with the corruption. How could it actually help? So it's amazing that they're in such a survival. And I was in like the poorest part of Kenya, Africa. So like literally not even a road to the orphanage. So you could get to the base of the mountain. It was on a mountain, and no electricity, no running water, and it's just like the poorest. And and the reason why it's the poorest is because of corruption. Looking at the 5 minutes in front of your face. And that's how they all think from birth. Like they don't know how to think any other way. And so you're a white guy and they're trying to, they're so good at being sweet talkers. It's not hostile at all. So it's like the opposite. They're all so nice and warm and welcoming, but they're all just trying to get to America or get pregnant by me, or, it's like all the girls that they just want, they're just trying to get something. It's like their survival mode has been there since birth, and it's so ingrained in their culture. And so they just can't help it but lie. They just lie about everything. And so the most trusted person you could ever get is someone who doesn't lie 50% of the time, that you're doing really good to find somebody there that can at least be honest 50% of the time. And even when they're not lying, they're leaving out pertinent information for a reason. So it's like they basically just lied because there's always an agenda. There's always and they're so good at, they're master manipulators. And so they'll buddy with you. They'll play the long game. They'll do it for years and try to earn your trust for years just for an end goal to get you, to get something out of you. So when you find anybody that's legit and honest, it's like, that's the most. So it was like, threw out everything in the orphanage, all the BS. Number one, find people you can trust. Number one qualification for staff. They might not know how to teach. Like the lowest paid teacher was making $40 a month. Okay. So it's like instantly everybody got raises. Well, they don't have any money. This orphanage is totally legit, but and the people that started the orphanage are just hardcore legit. Anyways, man, I could go on for hours about all that. Okay. AMA. Oh yeah, one thing they mentioned in the AMA, because people, if you're here in the tavern, you come to the tavern and you come to sell a hero, okay? You come here to sell hero, and you accidentally click the wrong hero and sell your Gen Zero. Well, the bots are going to get it. I love the idea about it there being a slight delay, so you can resend the sale, give it a 30-second to a minute delay where you can take it off the market real quick so bots don't just buy it up. Love that idea. They hit on that. Thought I'd mention that. Okay. Anything else, guys? Crypto and blockchain can help. Yes, any country fight corruption. Anyone can see how funds are used and could prevent misuse of public funds. Love it. Yes. So that's obviously a huge issue with the staff and how they handle funds, but we found this awesome accountant. I had to pay him a bunch, but not nearly enough for what he's worth. To like, everything is legit. Everything, like, we cleaned house in that orphanage, and then it just thrived. So it just like all happened in weeks. It was so cool. And I taught leadership courses, and we created a leadership team, going away from a single director, male director, and having a leadership team with females where they are not inferior to males, which in that culture they very much are. So like, had to work through a lot of those details. So where a woman can like speak up with the same authority. And so that's creating the leadership team structure. But yes, the tracing of dollars, that I think we kind of have it pinned down. That was good. But yes, with crypto and blockchain, man, because they can even like fake receipts. They do it. And then they make side deals for all of the stuff for the orphanage, because it's an orphanage and a school, 240 kids. And that's with like having to turn away tons of kids all the time. Like capacity, there's like the bunks are like 4 high, no room. They get like one drawer is all their personal belongings. It's insane. So, and they make less donations given to this orphanage than like a tiny hillbilly podunk church out in the country. Because, oh my gosh, that goes back to the messaging and marketing with the DeFi Kingdoms isn't good at. These founders are so crazy with how they do things, but they're like legit. So, but they're just like absolute disaster when it comes to even, and they're so distrusting too. They've been burned so bad. Anyways, okay. That's one sexy DK with the wings. Yeah, red horns. Yeah, baby, I bought this, and it's a level 9. Can't wait to get that guy for Fight Club. Okay, Fight Club. Oh, so fun. Go back and watch those videos. But that is a beaut right there, man. He's going to be a beast. Once I get him to level 10. And that's a minor, too. Woo. Woo, baby. I love it. Man. Okay. So, Crypto Grady out. Sergeant Fiddly McNasty Friday night. Thursday, Thanopoulos. And, tomorrow night, I might get this guy on who's wanting to start his own YouTube channel, and he's a fan of the channel. I was supposed to get him on Wednesday. I can't even remember now, but I think Wednesday. I know I've got a lot going tomorrow with the kids, too. But, yeah, I need to do the beginner series, but I think it's good that I've waited on that now with all these changes. Okay, love you. Crypto Grady out. Make sure no more. Yeah, I love it. Danny. Major. Yeah, talk about dark summoning. Ooh, that sounds awesome. So that's going to be big. That might be a while though. But man, wouldn't that be nuts if they dropped that out of the blue? Ooh, baby. Dark summoning. Major. Let's get you on this channel and talk about it. You can come on. Let's talk dark summoning. I love it. Love you guys. Crypto Grady out. Love you guys. Zelf, love you. Sarge, love you. Two noobs, baby, in the house. Danny, Mike Brown, love you guys. J-Dub. Okay, yeah, boardrooms and courtrooms will leave you with war wounds. Very true. How did I miss that earlier? Man, I had been there. Yeah, with custody drama, I tell you what, always look forward to watching your channel. Thank you, man. Love you guys. All right. You guys take care. I'll be back. I should be doing 2 a day. Love you guys.